Hi, Jack Trammell here, along with Guy Terrell. I'm the author of Cookbook Investing, and I have a quick recipe for you today that I want to share from the Investing Kitchen. This is a low risk, high reward potential. This company is called GSAT, Global Star Incorporated, and a year or two ago, I they were selling at $20 a share, but they had real upside. For example, if you scroll down here to the news, you will see in these news items frequent headlines about Global Star investing in infrastructure and Global Star establishing partnerships with other places around the world, investing more than $1 billion in the global satellite network. You can see here on the side, you have mixed reviews about buying this. But at $20 a share, I liked the upside and the overall market with satellite and global communication technology remains pretty hopeful, as you see down here in the long-term perspective. So I invested in 20 shares at $20 a share, so I only had 400 $400 at risk, which was a minimal amount. But if you look at the 5 year trend, even though this is not as profound as Guy and I like to see, we like to see this line look really profound up to down to up over the 5 years. Nonetheless, if you do a regression here, that line is generally up from about $15 a share to 60 something dollars a share over that 5 year period. And so a few months ago, they had reached a high in the 60 something dollar range, and I had 20 shares, and I had practically tripled my initial investment. So Guy and I talked about this, and I decided to sell 10 shares and keep 10 shares. And so that 10 shares I cleared $600 on, but then I still have 10 shares, which is kind of one of those magic amounts we keep in our portfolio of something that we don't want to put all our marbles in, but we think it's got an upside. And so as a result, I had that $600 to move into other things that I wanted to invest in at the moment, but I have more than kept my initial investment of $200 in that remaining 10 shares of GSAT. And also, GSAT, I still believe has upside. And so that $600 that I have in those 10 shares is going to keep working for me. So this is an example of how, in part, if disaster struck and GSAT has an epic failure, I've already taken $600, triple my initial, and put it into other things. But I also still have those 10 shares and think there's upside. So this is an example of how you can manage your account without cashing out, and make your money work for you. Now, not every stock I've done this with has done as well as GSAT. I think if we go back to my account, let me see if I can do that real quick and see if I can come up with an example of a stock that really hasn't gone anywhere for me would be UBS, which used to be Swiss Credit. It's been hovering around $40 forever. And so that's a stock at some point I'm going to have to reevaluate if it's not going to perform, and if the news and the research is not suggesting that it's going to go anywhere. That's the kind of money I might move into a new potential GSAT, something like that. Minimal amount of money. It's only a few $100s, but take a chance on one of those stocks that I research. So the GSAT story, sort of a divide and conquer story, and one where I clearly think that we demonstrate some of the principles that we have so successfully in the kitchen investing.